sweep here today at Oran Park, winning both races here.
1996, a champagne year for super touring. 1997 promises more of the same. While the headlines may have disappeared for the past few months, the preparation hasn't. New cars, new drivers and new talent have swollen the already bulging ranks of this year's 8-round championship. The battle at the sharp end of the field will again be between the big three: factory-backed BMW, Audi and Volvo. Defending champion Brad Jones is back in the Oryx Audi, this time with new recruit Cameron McConville, who comes off the back of a tough testing regime, coming to grips with the all-wheel drive German car he'll pilot. He arrives on the scene with big raps, a former Formula Ford and GTP champ, and big shoes to fill.
Absolutely. In fact, I've worked pretty hard to be here, and a lot of people see you know, young guys getting drives in factory teams, but I can tell you it's been probably 15 years in motorsport, and yeah, the hard knocks and Bathurst and whatever, so it makes it all that much nicer.
You tend to, I guess, try that little bit harder. You feel a little bit more pressure, but you know the team's been there, they've won, they know what it's like, and so the trick is to be able to, you know, stand up again this season and go through the whole thing again, have the same amount of fire in your belly, same amount of need to win, and the same amount of professionalism to operate at the top level.
Perhaps the biggest threat to Audi's dominance comes not from the BMW, but from the Volvos and their new driver Jim Richards picking up the drive from Brocky. Richards, who drove the Volvo at Bathurst last year, gave the mark its first win in super touring racing and has 4 wins from 6 starts in the flying 5-cylinder. He's quietly confident, but also conscious of the competition in this year's championship.
Well, I think the start we've had obviously has given us, I suppose, a lot more enthusiasm than maybe if we hadn't have had any wins, put it that way. But there's still a lot of work to do, and of course we're only one Volvo against, you know, 2 Audis and possibly 3 BMs and all the other cars that are in the event. So although we know now that we can win races on a level playing field, we've won in the wet, we've won in the dry, I'm very confident, but at the same time, you know, it's going to be a very, very hard season.
It's a midnight ride of a gear jammer.
The third of the big players are the Diet Coke BMWs. Paul Morris, still smarting from his '96 championship defeat, one man ready to race.
I think Audi really should have won the championship, and I was that pleased that we actually took it to them to the last round. There was only 1 point there with 1 race to go, so I thought the team put in a fantastic effort to peg back a far superior car. So I think we've got the tool to do the job this year.
The BMW team has the significant backing of the Munich HQ, both in parts and information exchange, but they also carry a new weapon. Drafted into the team are Italian super touring chassis genius Paolo Bigazzi, along with former Williams-Renault Formula One engineer Alain Faron, fresh from a tour of duty with Jacques Villeneuve. They are an important and largely unknown addition to the BMW campaign.
Well, I think that the team's going to be very different this year than it was last year. We have a lot of new people on board this year, so, you know, hopefully the test program that we had will get everybody gelled together, and hopefully we'll be a lot stronger team than we were last year as well, and I think that will make a big difference.
In all, 12 different makes will race in '97. What is shaping as another champagne touring year. The first round at Lakeside next weekend.